spring with Drew Hutchison?
Both. We've seen some flashes of the guy we felt like we were getting when we traded for him, with the crispness of the fastball, the ability to keep it out of the middle of the plate, sharpness of the breaking ball, and a very effective changeup. Unfortunately, we've also seen way too much of the fastball catching too much of the plate, and the other pitches not being as sharp. And while we still believe he can help us win at the major league level, as we talked about with Steve yesterday, we've got some guys ahead of him right now, and we'll get him out, get him in that rotation, get him aggressive. We saw the second and third inning what it can be when he's aggressive and gets after it and lets it fly. And that's a guy we need to work hard to have out there nearly every pitch instead of after giving up some runs.
Does this mean we have a winner?
It does not for public consumption yet.
Okay.
But obviously the battle of 4 is now down to 2.
Mm-hmm.
Again, as I said yesterday, we've got a really good idea of where we want to go, but we need to see how some things play out over the next couple of days, both in our guys' control and out of our guys' control.
Mm-hmm.
What were the main differences with him regarding his first 3 starts and his last 3 starts? Because he was pretty crisp the first 3 outings.
Pitch execution and just location. The velocity on the fastball was better after he got hit, and the location of the fastball was better after he got hit. Just basically pitch execution and conviction and aggressiveness with his stuff.
Better after he got hit, as far as maybe he bore down a little bit, do you think? But is that kind of what
Fought back. I mean, that is one thing he will do, is he'll fight back and he'll continue to battle. One of the challenges we've had since he's been with us, and one of the challenges over the course of his career, are multiple run innings. And rather than being able to make a quick adjustment and just give up a single run inning, especially in our time, it's turned into a 2 or 3, or as it did last night, a 6-run inning. We've got to help him be able to slow that down, be able to make the big pitch when necessary, and again, instead of a crooked number inning, have it be a single run inning.
Neal, was there much discussion of bullpen option for Drew?
We felt like we have other guys that will fill that role better than him at this point in time, and we still believe he can be a quality major league starting pitcher, and need to do some work to get him right. And in our minds, the best way to do that was to send him to Indianapolis and give him consistent work, give him some bullpens, see if we can get him back to what we believed we were getting when we traded for him.
What's the plan going forward for Tyler Glasnow? Is he going to pitch again here, or?
He will have another outing. It will be in Montreal, and off the top of my head, I don't remember which day it is. Trevor obviously will have one more. Tyler will have one more, and then at some point after Montreal, we'll let you guys know who the rotation is and who the bullpen is.
What's the biggest thing that you guys are looking for between Trevor and Tyler to separate as far as who you're going to choose?
It's not like this outing or the next outing is making that decision. Again, the earlier question on Hutch, was it based on last night or the body of work? Our decision will be based on the body of work and what we feel is the best rotation for us to be in a position to win games as we go forward, and we'll do the same thing in the bullpen. We'll put that bullpen out there that we feel is the best initial bullpen. As we've talked repeatedly this spring, opening day is opening day, and we get the attention that's paid to it. The longer we stay with the same 12-man pitching staff and 13 position player group, probably the better off we're going to be. But the reality is that's not the way it's going to play out. There's going to be some injuries. There's going to be some guys that struggle, and so we're coming back to where we are as we head into the postseason. Is the most important roster, much more important than where we are on April 2nd.
Is Tyler going to pitch in the games, or are you going to have a sim game?
He will pitch in the game on Saturday in Montreal is the plan as we sit here right now.
Do you expect Polanco to be back in the lineup in Montreal?
At this point, we do not. We feel that we're better off controlling his environment, and we are also having a passport problem with Mr. Polanco that may or may not allow him. We've had to apply for visas for everybody that needed one going into Canada. The guys with the World Baseball Classic, it was a little bit more challenging because of timing and because of all of their paperwork and all of their passports being with them. There's been a passport issue with Gregory. Visa's fine. This isn't a Jen Hogong situation. Please don't run with that. But there's been a technical glitch that makes it more challenging for him to get into Toronto, get into Montreal, and then come back into the United States. So we'll handle it early in the season, but given the shoulder and now the glitch with his passport, he's not going to make the trip.
Will he go to Pittsburgh or stay here? Maybe get some
He'll
work
stay
in?
here. He'll stay here and get work in, and, you know, just like Nova's staying here to get work in. These guys are, and in his case, we were leaning towards that anyway. But the passport glitch certainly has made that more likely.
Neal, anyone else in the WBC that's having that issue? Or just Gregory?
We are expecting to get Starling Marte's passport back today, and once we get confirmation of that, he'll certainly be on the trip. But
Cervelli as well?
Cervelli was fine. Yeah, Cervelli, they were out earlier, so
Toronto later in the season is gonna be an issue though?
should not be, no.